I let go of what I am to become what I might be. I let go of what I have to be given what I need. I release concern and stress, knowing God will guide this day. I release disease and pain to be shown a healing way. As I'm blessed with greater good, I no longer need control. Through the energy of faith, I am enlivened and made whole. In my mind, all worry fades to completely disappear. In this wisdom I now am, there can live no grief or fear. I'm transformed with inner peace, a cleansing power has made me well. God resides in every thought, in every breath, in every cell. Trust this, trust this, trust this, and know it is already true. Trust this, trust this, trust this, and know that I am here with you. Trust this, trust this, trust this, and know that you and I are one. Trust this, trust God be done. I'd bask in love. My heart is full in harmony with the divine. I see how beautiful I am. My magnificent design. I let go. I let God. I let go. I let God. I let go. I let God.
Well, welcome to Unity of Palm Harbor and happy Labor Day weekend. I almost forgot that's what this weekend was, and I spent this weekend drafting and designing our new member class. So I know any of you who might have questions that you'd love to ask the minister about Unity, you're welcome to attend this class. And for anyone who has been thinking about a deeper commitment to Unity of Palm Harbor, this is a required class to become a member. So I want you to know you are all welcome that morning. You are welcome here, no matter where you are on your spiritual journey. And that we're holding this in the highest consciousness, that we are overflowing in abundance and creative talent, and knowing this sacred sanctuary is a place that we come together in prayer. Some people might call it in worship. I'll say it in like-mindedness, where we're studying the metaphysical teachings of the Bible, of the other master teachers that we appreciate so much, and that one divine truth and chord that exists in and through what we will call God. The all, the Atman, our true being and self that we recognize in each other as the Christ energy and essence. And we know from the Fillmores, our co-founders, that they said we are on a path of our own spiritual soul evolution. And everyone here is exactly where you're meant to be. And you're being called to a higher consciousness to participate 120% in this community, however that feels right to you. So if you are here for the first time, I welcome you to sign our little book to the right as you're in the foyer, and give us some information so we can keep you in touch with our newsletter and let you know what kind of events are going on here. In a little while, Rory is going to be telling you our announcements, but just to be very mindful that the board, the leadership here is very watchful of what's going on right now in COVID, and I appreciate you wearing your masks. Also that we have suspended our Wednesday night evening program until we get a better feel where this might settle out. And for those who are here in our fall program, we know that it's been created in a very spacious atmosphere. And we have, I think, about 28 people in that, which honestly is like half the people who show up on Sunday. So we know this is serving us in a greater and higher good. Roy, do you want to say a few things? And then I'm going to bring us into prayer.
I want to say good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm so glad to be here and spend the next hour with you while we're working on your soul's journey with the tools that are being presented to us. So glad to see you. Looking forward to everybody being here on Wednesday night for the 7 o'clock start of our prayer service. So we'll see you then.
So if you're not familiar with the World Day of Prayer, this is Unity's worldwide connection. This is our worldwide connection, and this year, all is well with my soul. All is well with our souls. And the fun part this year for us is the team that put this together said, Tracey, do you have any contacts internationally, across the world, as a worldwide movement? And I can say yes. There are a few ministers I went to school with in Canada, one in Australia. We're going to have a special guest the night of World Day of Prayer. And every one of these people is holding in high consciousness this prayer time where our souls connect, where we walk and feel and pray in the essence of the divine. So we truly this year are having a World Day of Prayer, and Jane and Joy are going to join us at that, and we have a beautiful guest who's a harpist. So I know that you will want to come and join us and our prayer chaplains as they set up little centers to pray, and will be available to pray with each one of you. And I'm wondering with that, Rob, do you have something you might want to share with us?
Hello, Unity of Palm Harbor. Greetings from Canada. I am delighted to be a part of your special service today with a focus on prayer. In prayer, we are seeking, as you know, to improve our conscious contact with God. And I saw a sign today that said, "We are stronger together." And that is so true, especially when it comes to prayer. Now, when you think about prayer, we're getting in touch with that light inside of us. And when you have a special service of prayer, you have a bunch of people connected together, ramping up and revving up the light that is within them. Think about that light and that power of a bunch of people holding a consciousness and affirming that prayer is so powerful. We have it within us anytime we want to pray, just like where I am right now in this wonderful scene in Northern Ontario. We can at any time take our prayer power and put it to use. Wishing you all the best moving forward in your prayer practice.
That was Reverend Randy Jacobs, one of my ministerial students and cohorts. And I said, can you do something from Canada? She serves on the board for Unity Worldwide Ministries in Canada. And I'm hoping at some point in time, she will come and play with us. So real quick, can we do a little shout out to some people over the airwaves?
Yes. Let me see. We have Ron in Buffalo, New York. We have Mike in Pennsylvania. We have a couple of people still watching us from the UK. They were actually going to be here today to be in presence, but because their country says no traveling to the U.S., they couldn't be here. So to our family in England, welcome. We're glad to have you here with us this morning.
And I want to do a quick shout out. Some of you know I was in Atlanta last week and doing some family business. So to my peeps and cohorts at Unity North Atlanta, wherever we are, God is. Specifically, I want to say hey to Jenny and everybody who showed up at the Labyrinth service last Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you. Would everybody wave at the cameras so we all know that we are all one? And with that, I think we're ready for music, yes? Oh, you want one more thing? It's September?
Yes,
Yep.
we're going to do the September birthdays, and then we're going to do our mission statement, okay? So, anyone who has a birthday in September or an anniversary that they're sharing, please stand up. Awesome, thank you. Can we sing happy birthday here?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And now if you join me in the mission statement. Ready? Yes. To advance well-being by sharing compassion and inclusiveness with integrity. Amen. And now if you all stand, we're going to have two congregational songs with Joy and Jade.
Spirit-led, spirit-fed, everywhere and always. always I am spirit-led. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led, flowing like a river of peace. I am nature's wandering child. Love cannot be added to me. I am made complete in the divine. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. There's magic in every day, like a beautiful song. As I'm choosing my way, there's a voice inside to guide me along. I'm spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I'm spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. Spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I'm spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. Well, you sound really good today. Okay, we're going to start a choir. I'm going to teach you this next song, and I'll sing it through once, and then you can join us. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. Can you sing that with me? You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to the world.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, our flowers today were arranged by Fusha Cato, and they're dedicated to Dee Dee this morning from Unity of Palm Harbor for all the great work she does in the book show. Awesome. Thank you. And of course, our World Day of Prayer, which is entitled All Is Well With My Soul, is this Wednesday and Thursday. Our opening ceremony will be at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. Wish that you all would be here with us. Then we're going to start a 24-hour vigil, and the schedule is online, and we also have the schedule available in the lobby. And you can still sign up if you want to do a time slot from home or join us here. We have Our prayer partners are going to be here at certain times, so you can come and join us at that time. And there's a list of those times there when someone's going to be here. Our sanctuary will be open all day Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we invite you to come and join us for prayer at any time during the day. The doors will be open and there'll be people in here praying. That'll be awesome. Just remember, we're holding the consciousness, high consciousness during this 24 hours with all the Unity ministers from around the world. Looking very forward to it. There's a lot of thought to go in, and it's going to be a beautiful service. If you're are you being called to take the next step in expanding your prayer practice? If so, see Kim and Mitchell or Reverend Marilyn. Prayer chaplain training is scheduled for November 19th and the 20th here at Unity of Palm Harbor. And the great thing is that there's other churches that are going to be here, and they're also going to do their prayer chaplain learning or class with us. So we're so excited about that. If you're interested, the application for membership is in the lobby. It's this orange form. And there's also a brochure about the steps for being a prayer chaplain, some information. The most exciting part about this is, and I'm so excited about this, joining us will be Reverend Linda Metella Wislet, and she's the vice president of Silent Unity, who wrote the book, How to Pray Without Talking to God. I just started this. You have to get this book and you have to read it. I just started with it, and it's so exciting. It is available in the bookstore right now, so go ahead and get your copy of that. We're so excited about that. And remember that you have to be a member of Unity of Palm Harbor in order to be a prayer chaplain. Our new member class is going to be September 18th with Reverend Tracey from 9 a.m. to 12. Yay, I get to be a member. A great time to ask the minister questions about Unity and its principles. And I did the application wrong. This is the application actually for the membership class. So join us from 9 to 12. And again, that is coming up on September 18th. If you'd like to help us beautify our gardens, we're still working in the back gardens. It's gorgeous back there. They've done a lot of clearing and cleaning up. We're looking for flats of flowers. If you want to just drop them off, we'll plant them, or better yet, come and join us out there in planting your flowers yourself in the gardens. It'll be very nice. A reminder, due to the uptick in COVID numbers, we're suspending all Tuesday and Wednesday classes through September, and then we'll reevaluate. The board will reevaluate in October to see where we're at, okay? Our daily word reader today is going to be Greg Aitken, and Barb is our prayer chaplain, and will be on duty up front here for prayer after service. Yes, sir? Oh, she's right there. I was just going to say, where's Barb? Barb's right up in front. And at this time, I'd like to invite Greg up to do the daily word.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Wow, it's so awesome to be here this morning. Last couple weekends, I've had some other commitments and I haven't been here, but it's so good to see everybody and just feel the energy. This sanctuary, there's something really special about it for me. It's like, it just helps me to reconnect with Spirit almost immediately when I walk in, and I just love it here. Definitely want to encourage anybody who's thinking about the prayer chaplain program. One of the best things I've done in my time in Unity was being a prayer chaplain. It really helped me deepen my prayer life. And I'll tell you, when they were announcing it, when I was first thinking, it just called to me. If you're feeling some of that, I just encourage you to talk to Kim about it, and it's a great program. So today's daily word is balance, which really speaks to me. I'm a Libra, so I'm just like, I'm all about the balance. And so I just encourage you right now, just find some balance right where you're sitting. Like maybe put your feet flat on the ground. Feel yourself balanced in your chair. You can have your hands in your lap if you want to do that. That'll get you ready for your meditation when we do that. And I'm going to just ask you to join me in a couple of balanced breaths real quick so we can kind of move into this. And we're just going to do an inhale with a 4 count and an exhale with a 4 count. So just join me. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. just see how that feels. Try to stay with that while I'm reading the daily word and see how that feels for you. So yeah, daily word, balance. With God, I live a life of balance. Work can be a fulfilling use of my talents and efforts. I may enjoy the challenge of growing in responsibility and using my ambition to accomplish great things. But if I work too much or for too long, my energy might start to wane and my thinking become dull and uninspired. Likewise, too, much leisure time may rob me of motivation and pull me into a spiral of inactivity. Spiritual practices bring precious balance into my life. Through prayer, I touch eternity and feel the presence of God within. Through meditation, I focus my mind and feel calm and grounded. Through speaking affirmations, I claim divine ideas and act on inspiration. In gratitude, I find balance in God, the one presence and one power in my life. Let me be weighed in a just balance, and let God know my integrity. Job 31:6.
I am open, I am blessed. In this place, I can rest. In my heart, there's forgiveness. I am open, I am blessed. You are open, you are blessed. In this place, you can rest. In your heart, there's forgiveness. You are open, you are blessed.
I invite you into this time of meditation, knowing that as we express, however we express, we are God in expression. Sometimes we express gently and lovingly, and we are kind. And through that, we express wellness and wholeness. And as we change, as we express something different, perhaps we might express more firmly about something. And through that, we find the guidance that we need. Perhaps we find inspiration that we have been looking for. All of this is God speaking to us in a variety of ways, letting us know who we are, what our purpose in the world is, and how we affect other people. No matter how you choose to express, no matter what you choose to express, you are the hands and feet and voice of God. You bring the message that you were divinely inspired to give. You bring the activity that is God in expression. You bring the ideas, the plans, and the creativity so that each of us can express in whatever way we find that is most beneficial for ourselves and for others. When you're at home with family, your expression of fixing a meal or cleaning the house or maybe changing the tire on the car, all of those are expressions of love. When you're at work and you're diligent in all the things you do to make your job successful, you are God expressing that perfection, God expressing that wholeness, God expressing the completeness of life. As we take a few moments now in the silence, just take a minute to reflect on how you express to the world and see how it is as God acting through you in the silence. And as we return to the consciousness of this room, I ask you to think about how lovingly, kindly, gently, and even firmly you can express this day and each day, knowing that it is God doing the guiding, inspiring, and bringing wellness and prosperity to everyone that we meet. I give thanks for all of the blessings God has given us and has given us through each other. And so it is. Amen.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings. And with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is found in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry where or when. You don't have to know that now. You're on the right track. Don't look ahead and don't look back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things.
Don't they do amazing things together? Thank you, thank
Even when you
you.
forget the words.
It's okay, we can fake it till we make it. So thank you, that was beautiful. You know what I love about being here in the present? That we can feel all these little things that you're watching as our group is coming together. I love, love, love that you said, let's take a breath to the count of 4 and release. That helps us center and come to that place where we are open to receive. And then we have this amazing, beautiful music that just takes our souls to another place. And Reverend Marilyn, who anchors us in with the divine, that each one of us has the opportunity to tap into. It's just fabulous to be a part of this incredible circle that holds us, each one of us, in a place that is so sacred and so safe to be and shine who we are, who we really are. We are studying over a course of 7 weeks the book, The Eye of the Storm, by Reverend Dr. Gary Simmons. He's a long-term Unity minister. Actually, he and his wife just retired from their center, and now he's creating new classes and offering his expertise in the field. But we looked at this program specifically because many of us have been kind of out of whack for about 18 months. You know, this COVID thing hit us, and our world's changed. And for some of us, it was scary. We didn't know, put a mask on, take a mask off. Get a shot, don't get a shot. Go see your family, don't go see your family. And that isn't even before churches changed forms and new ministers came on board and other things in your life. Do I wash my grocery bags? Do I just put the groceries on the table? We didn't know where we were going, what was up, what was out. You know, we have the scientists that say this, and then we have our friends that went through this. And the whole world began to feel topsy-turvy. The hurricane had the perfect wind elements, and it was stirring us all up. So we thought, how do we find our center? How do we anchor in and know the truth of God is always present? So we thought we'd look at the eye of the storm. And Dr. Reverend Gary Simmons has been giving us tools through each chapter. And like I said, I know there's about 28 people in here that are studying in small groups. And you know, small groups are not just about the education part. It's also about our soul's journey with each other, holding that highest good for each other to explore in a safe place, without judgment, without concern and worry about what does someone think about what I believe. Because I will let you know, I love doing my studying when I put a class together. And this weekend, I spent hours creating our new member class and going through what Charles Fillmore taught and said, and what Myrtle Fillmore, our co-founders, taught and said. And Charles was adamant about not having a church with rules and structure that told you how to believe in God. Adamant about it. He went as far as to say, many of us know the Bible passage, and upon this I will build my church, as Jesus is talking to Peter and the disciples. And Charles Fillmore challenges that. Charles Fillmore says that the whole divine word was, I am the way. I am the way shower. It was never about any one person or doctrine or creed. It was about us getting to know the divine and recognizing that divine within each one of us. As I prepared this week for the lesson, our buddy Rumi came to mind, and I love what he says. I searched for God and found only myself. I searched for myself and only found God. Wow. Like when you take those words in, we know there's no place that God is not. But for some of us who may have come from a more traditional or orthodox teaching, it was blasphemous to think we could be God. It was blasphemous to claim and declare that we are in and of the same makings of God. God is not an exclusive being, says Charles Fillmore, nor does he dwell in an inaccessible place apart from his creations. He is around you, about you, within you, and without you. You are God yourself. In a sense, ignorance has blinded you to your real sense. This was what Charles Fillmore talked about. He looked at each one of the students as he got to know them, and I want you to know he was not a religious man. He didn't come from some background of hierarchical teachings. He didn't even have a religious bone in his body. He actually grew up out in Minnesota near a reservation. If he had any spiritual enlightenment, it might have come from the surrounding native tribes. But he was a man like any man. He was searching to find his way in life. He'd had an accident as a child that left his legs shorter, that he had to actually wear a brace and 4-inch platforms in his shoes. And the pain in that leg was excruciating. The doctor said he'd die by 40. So not unlike Myrtle Fillmore, who also found and discovered in these incredible teachings how to speak to God and bring that God in each cell for a whole healing. He watched her, and he watched her. For 2 years, she talked to her cells and declared that she was the light of God. And each vibrating cell was actively alive in and through God expressing. And he watched her heal herself. And Charles said, if she can do it, maybe I can do it too. And he set out on his spiritual adventure. And eventually, he did grow that leg over time. But the challenge was, she grew up Methodist with what was said was a fearful God, a vengeful God, a God that only said yes to you when you were good. And you know that hot place you go to when you're bad? That's what she grew up with. And she listened to the insides of her being and said, that is not true for me. How can a loving God send us to a place like that? Unity doesn't teach that. We teach that heaven is here on earth as we choose to make it right now. Not tomorrow, probably not yesterday. We've been through some stuff. Right here, right now, we declare it to be true that we create heaven as we choose it to be. Right here. Owning the God within us, expressing in and through each one of us. I want to share some more. In the eye of the storm, what challenged me a little bit, and I thought, wow, get into this. Purpose is the universe's intention to be, through you, the presence of God. For those of you who are in our small groups, you'll be facing that this week. Purpose is the universe's intention to be through you the presence of God. You exist because purpose is. In Unity, we call purpose the Christ of God, meaning the whole and complete expression of God. Now, Charles, those of you who have studied him, he brought forth the 12 powers. And through those 12 powers, things like understanding, love, wisdom. When you take those 12 powers all together, that is the full Christ essence. And we're all on a journey to get there. We're all emulating our master way shower. And I mean that in a way that he was our elder brother. He knew his connection to God. And he said, follow me, and I will show you the way. So we call him the way shower. Your spiritual purpose is to be Christ of God, the Christ of your world, as Jesus was the Christ of his world. The entire universe supports you in being this Christ of your world. Even the challenges, even the people who show up not like you would like them to be. And I would suggest those people who challenge us the most gives us an opportunity to grow. And sometimes it's painful. You ever watch that butterfly in the chrysalis? That little caterpillar's not having such a good time. It's got to completely dissolve before it comes out into the world as something new and beautiful and strong. So for some of us in this last 18 months, we've done the same thing. We went inside, closed our doors. We weren't sure who we could see. We weren't sure who we could hug, including grandchildren, children, loved ones. And we stayed apart for a while. And then we began to open our doors, like that butterfly coming through and saying, I'm here, Lord. Use me. Let me be the servant of your kingdom, our heaven. Let me be that person who serves not only myself, but others, as we do in this community. Jesus asked the disciples, who do people say that I am? And Peter, representing faith, said to Jesus, you are the Christ, Son of the living God. On this rock, I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not prevail against it. And how we see that is the Word of God in human form as us, just as it was when Jesus walked the earthly plane. This is our commitment to our soul's evolution. We are the church. It's not these walls. Whether we gather inside or outside or in our homes or with each other, we are the church. You see, until you take complete ownership of your purpose, the Christ of God, you will not enter into that place of peace and wholeness. Now, this is what the author says, Dr. Reverend Gary Simmons. Now, I know what you must be thinking. You don't feel worthy enough to consider yourself on the same level as Jesus. Here comes that old thinking. Some of our Orthodox churches, they have their own way of being, but you asked another question. It's not working for me. It's not enough for me. I've already been there. I've already thought through these thoughts. Now I'm ready for what my truth is, the truth of my understanding. And you came to some place like Unity and said, ooh, they talk a little different. Let me be a part of this and learn for myself what is true for me. I'm not knocking down where you came from. As my previous minister said, we are not recovering Catholics. We just asked another question. And we moved into the next sphere of what is true for us. Because these other churches serve each other very well until they don't. And then we ask another question. So he says, you don't feel worthy enough to consider yourself on the same level as Jesus, but don't fret. You're probably not on the same level as Jesus. But you are on the same journey. You're on the same journey, that what we call Christ inside of us, that which we draw into us as we are exploring the mysticism of our God self. And there is no God just out there, and we do claim that God within, that kingdom within. But as we tap into it, as we share our thoughts, our desires, our ideas with each other, that is God in and through us expressing. You are in the process of awakening to God's idea of you. You are in the process of awakening to God's idea of you. How does that feel? Is it rich? Is it scary? Do you have an old tape back there going, not you, not you? And a new tape going, yes, me, yes, me. And we claim it to be true. You are in the process of awakening to God's idea of you, and Jesus serves as your role model, your elder brother. I had a phone call this past week, and as a minister, you can imagine, I get lots of calls about different things. Some of them are completely life-changing, and some of them are life-exploring. And this particular individual called me and said, I'm having a really hard time. I've been in a situation with a group of people, and what I heard was not my truth. And I wanted to express myself, and I felt shut down. And I thought, okay, I had to take some time before I returned this call. And I said, all right, God, in and through me, expressing as me, show me the way. I don't want to make anybody wrong, and I'm not the person to sit in any form of judgment. And I don't know if in this little circle group there was a discussion about masks, or how you vote, or the Holy Catholic Church. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. But I had just been to Atlanta, and at 9 o'clock in the morning, I went to their Labyrinth service, and Shad Groverland, the new executive director of Unity Worldwide Ministries, happened to be there. Oh my! And he said, there's two things I have a hard time with about Unity. The first one is that we are the best kept secret. He said, you go over to these, even Disneyland, or outside the gates, somebody's got a great big sign and they're preaching God. And it may not be the way you believe it to be, but that individual is not afraid to speak their truth. I thought, okay, I'll buy that one. And the second one, we think our way is the only enlightened way now. So I sat there with that for a minute or two, grateful to be outside with lots of air, and I thought, you're wrong. My church family would never do that. So what does the universe do? Humbles me, the minister. So we have this phone call that says, I feel separate from the group because I don't believe the way the expression is coming through. And it doesn't matter what the topic was. It only matters that we hold sacred space, holy, safe space for everyone to explore their truth. If you don't want to wear a mask, that's your business. We ask you do here in the congregation for everyone's sake. It's highly suggested. If you vote, or you don't vote, or you vote other than the way the minister votes, that's your business. And you're not wrong because of it. You just do it differently. Because the same God in me is the same God in you. So in this conversation with this individual, we went to a really good, deep place. If someone outside of you is triggering you, what's that about? Hello! So yes, there is a group of people who show up in your life and they say, you know what, you are so good. You've been to high school and you got that first diploma in spirituality. Then comes a little time frame and you did a lot of work. You went to that class. That was good. And then something like this group shows up and you're like, wow, I think I got my first 4-year diploma now in spirituality. I'm good. I got it. And you go to that group of your like-minded friends, exploring these spiritual principles, and it rubs you, and you're not okay with it. I invite you to the PhD program. You have signed up for the big stuff because you've already been through everything else. So when you're walking in that PhD program and someone triggers you and you're willing and open to, explore why, then you look back at that and it's like, wow, what a gift. What a gift. Because it's never about you. It's always about me. I thought I did that work. And now you're in a safe playground. Now here's the challenge. All conscious living circles, master teachers, healthy conversationalist, which we're learning in Eye of the Storm, says, stay engaged. Stay engaged. Stay in the conversation. If your automatic system is flight, fight, shut down, I invite you to look at that differently. What if, in my God self, I can see the God within you and I speak my truth? I don't agree with what you just said. I felt judged. Use I statements. Claim it. It's your journey. I am. I am the divine. And the divine within you will receive the divine within the group. And then we can move past PhDs. Maybe we'll go to enlightenment. Poof! The whole congregation's at sins. Who knows? But we still have work to do here. So I'm inviting you to claim for each and every one of us, how would it feel here right now? I am the Christ. Can you do it with me? I am the Christ. Feel it. Let's do it again. I am the Christ. Yeah, because that's what you came to be and do and express here today. And everybody in this room and online signed up. Signed up. And we do it together. Let me share a poem that was in here by Lao Tzu, and then we'll close this out. We say many paths, one God. And in doing that, we explore master teachers all over the world. And this is Lao Tzu, about 500 BCE. Men are born soft and supple. Dead, they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant. Dead, they are brittle and dry. Thus, whoever is stiff and inflexible is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. May we live life fully. May we emulate and accept the Christ within each one of us. And for this, we are so blessed. We are so blessed. Amen.
Thank you, Tracey. That was very inspiring. Now, let's see where my papers are. All right, and this is the time for the offering, and for those of you who are joining us online, we invite you to go to our Unity website, and you can set yourself up for consistent giver, or you can make a one-time donation. And for those of you here in the sanctuary today, you're invited to put cash or checks in the blue bags, or if you have credit card or debit card, you can make that transaction in the bookstore. And we bless you and appreciate your generosity. Now, our offering statement today is, this perfect gift is spirit in form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give and joyously I receive, grateful for all my blessings. And so it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe it's not too late. Together we can change the world. Lay the puzzle pieces out. Find out what it's all about. Together we can change the world. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Sail past where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. With our hands and with our hearts, we can dare to make a start. Together we can change the world. What if we spoke with one voice? Together we can make a choice. Together we can change the world. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Sail past where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. Change your mind and change your life. Set aside your fear and strife. Together we can change the world. When we open up our eyes, then we start to realize. Together we can change the world. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Sail past where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Sail past where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe it's not too late. Together we can change the world.
In 2 songs, they told us not only how we could change the world, but it would be amazing. Thank you. And as the usher comes forth and brings the gifts, we want to say our appreciation. Thank you, God, for blessing these gifts and those who share them. And so it is. Amen. Thank you.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Amen.
And now for the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow.